Who wants to keep running? The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to,
Normally.
The question is how to Boom deal with it now. And again, are they going to give Jackie another carry, or are they giving the Conker?
One of the Medusa. Yeah, I mean, we just said it. It's one of the only Jackie heroes left. Can't really achieve much in lane. Like, as a pause 5, Tusk still wants a lot of EXP. You still want to get that levels up, and he's just being zoned out so hard that he's not going to find out.
Absolutely not. A very tough time already as bot lane. There's a bit of a chase here onto Skem. 3 Shadow Poison stacks, so one more might be able to do it. Fu is going to be able to land the 4th. He wants another though, just to make sure, and he's got it. It's a very tough time, naturally. You don't tend to lose on Kunka. Meanwhile, top though, Roger. Try and pop the tag team, but he's getting sniped here by the balls, and Tims will just not back off. In fact, you've got the leap charge, so he might keep going, but a nice snowball away. It may not be enough though. Roger is still trying, but Tims is able to follow. Safe lanes look very passive right now. You see mid one top of the net worth board, or rather the CS board at the moment. The CS board is having a fantastic time as mid lane. Someone isn't having a fantastic time. Moon, he connected with an arrow. But it won't matter because the boat does not let. Oh, never mind.
Building up the triangle. Once he clears that out with no contestation, SMG's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Chances are you aren't going to really be able to keep up with the Medusa. Even as the Morphling, you just don't have that crazy far potential. But mid lane, arrow going to land onto Moon with the boat follow up. It's just so much damage. They've lost Moon already. They're going to try and kill Skem and maybe even find more, as Tims is still fighting. Raging needs to back himself out, but Roger and Arfu have joined in. Roger now copying so much damage away from this Conker. He's going to go for a Roshan deny attempt. Snowball is there. Yopaj still going to back off and try to get himself out now with the pig out. In the meantime, Tims is still chasing and does kill off Raging Potatoes Yopaj. He is still going to try and go back in after Arfu and survive through all this damage output, but Arfu, he will go at it as well. It's just not enough for Yopaj. He will walk away scot-free.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They are smoked up. They are set to kind of take a fight here again.
Can they fight? Most ultis right now for Boom are going to be off cooldown very soon, as again they're going to try and focus down Skem with Roger, but they'll try to turn now onto the Tuscan. SMG, they just don't commit, not all the way. In fact, Tims, he got an arrow onto Arfu and now Raging. He'll charge back in, but the Earth Spike and the X are both going to drag him right back to the depths of the river. Now Boom Esports will just happily go back into the Roshan, run his way away. But Boom Esports still want to try and force a fight. X is there, back in onto that Spirit Breaker, into the Torrent, and that might just be enough though. No, Raging still survives as Yopaj now is the one in danger. They've got enough damage this time. Onto Skem they go, and that'll be a second. Full Moon on that left track, but now FBZ turning at Tims. He lands the arrow onto mid one. They'll take down the Morphling, they'll take down Roger, and they might just be able to take down Moon, who's still chasing FBZ and does get the kill, but in the end is gonna die. So I don't think it was too bad of a team fight for SMG.
Tier 1 mid with Lesh. Boom are aware of that, and they can kind of scout around with the Torrent as well. See how much they can hit
Raj
here.
gonna run right in. He's taking a fair bit of damage, but he's got the BKB up to use. They try again onto Skem, and they do get the line to start. A nice start to this fight for SMG, but now the Raw is out by FBZ into the boat and the turret, but a nice disruption from Arfu to save. SMG now surely can take down this tier 1 mid tower. Still trying to go after FBZ. Roger, he'll commit the snowball into the charge now from Raging. They should be able to get another kill here for the Dire, and they do. That's the aggression you wanted to see here from SMG, but can they keep it up? Well, they will. They've got Tims. In fact, they even found Jackie with the disruption. But I'm not sure if they'll really commit for this. It looks like they're going to try. They've got the stuns out, but Jackie still has the Aegis and the Stone Gaze and will pop both. Really want to force a fight again, so they're going to head over to the left side of that Dire jungle into Arfu. Tims already has that Yule's up. He'll set up a really nice arrow for himself that will at least allow them to get something. In the meantime, however, mid one does have the Ags at the moment. He has his whole team behind him, but they'll charge right through Jackie into Skem. They found the lion, and that's what you want. The boat will come in. It doesn't do too much, but they'll try to focus down mid one with the finger. Skem, he will finally drop as they just try to protect that Morphling. The Stone Gaze almost slowing him down enough to go back in onto the Morph, but mid one, he's just ignoring everybody else and just going after the supports. Roger is going to go down. Raging, still being
Maximal peek at. You're also kind of lagging behind damage from Yopaj. He is going for the Ags next, and you do find a DD to go into the Roche. Good scan from SMG does tell them though, and going to be in a position to try and force a fight here first.
They're going to find that Tusk immediately. Roger, he'll be the first victim of Boom Esports as mid one. Tried to reinitiate, but doesn't want any part of it. What's that they got? With the disruption, they found Arfu. He is dropping real darn quick, but he gets the purge out in time. It just won't mean anything. In fact, they're going for more now. They might have a dieback onto Roger. He's dropping low. They're trying to save with mid one. Skem will drop and Tims. He's also gone. In fact, a double stun out FBZ. He might be the third, and he will go down. But how do you deal with this Medusa? Jackie pops the Stone Gaze. Back in on the Leshrac they go. They want Moon down, and they might just have him, but no. The blink away is there. So instead, it's back in onto mid one with the Hex out Skem. He does.
For some crit, good break, and now they can begin that siege. They've got to do something about this Dusa.
Here we go, the charge is in from mid one. He'll get started, but you've got to worry about that Aegis and Moon. He cops an arrow. It's a 5-second arrow, in fact, but Arfu will save with the disruption in the backside. They're trying to jump that line again, but Skem, he is surviving. He'll turn with the Hex Sound and the Earth Spike. Mid one's been caught out. The Roar is there, FBZ. He's got him. Mid one is down without buyback. That is terrible, terrible news for the side of SMG, as now they will just charge backwards onto Raging and the Roger Tusk, and they completely wipe him out. SMG, they tried. Jackie is just too... They can't win this one out. Jackie's not backing. They'll purge him up. Raging, he'll go for the charge into the backside onto FBZ, but he's going to get caught out. He doesn't have a way to protect himself. He'll pop the BKB, though, again into Skem, but Skem's being protected. He'll get the Hex off in time, and now they've caught out too with the Torrent, or the other Tidal Wave. They've got Roger. A great Torrent Storm out, has caught two of them right in the Torrent, and Raging Potato is so darn low, but not dead yet. He'll try to run, but it looks like there's no running here for the Spirit Breaker. Arfu, he'll go for a TP out, but Tims has got him with the Yule Scepter. Mid one, he'll have to do this by himself. He'll take down your punch, but can he deal with the rest? Jackie's still just whacking away, and he's forced to run. But it's a 2v3 scenario. And it looks like Boom Esports are gonna key, or maybe not with that Tidal Wave, but he'll charge. He'll just try and charge his way out. Meanwhile, your punch, he does find Minwa, but never mind him. They'll go in onto Roger instead, who's still trying on that Lion. But Skem is just so sneaky. He will not give the opening. How do you stop this man?
It's tough. I think the SMG are doing the right thing trying to rip the backline, but they just don't have the damage to clear out even the supports.
Oh, the Tidal Wave going to cancel the charges again. They're going on to Skem. They have the Lion this time. Mid one, he gets something, but they've lost Raging Potato and Arfu in the process, and now Moon. He's been caught out. The Torrent will be right there onto the Lesh, and there's just no way out for him. Mid one's the last remaining survivor, but there will be buybacks from SMG to try one last time to defend this. 3v5. The charge is there. They'll start onto the Conquer, but man, oh man, that Stone Gaze and the Petrify out with the Mystic Snake. It's just way too much. They go right into it. More buybacks to come. Mid one, waiting for his teammates with the Petrify again. Out from Jackie, and now Raging, who's forced the BKB up and try to go onto Tims, but he can do nothing. He can do absolutely nothing to help out his team. They will take down the Spirit Breaker once again, and the GG will be called by SMG. Game way to go the way of Boom Esports.
I expected a lot more early aggression.
Feel that for SMG, this is a lineup and a draft that plays their playstyle.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, we've seen Roger Tide many times. I think Moon does a great job on the Ember. Korea is... Oh, never mind. 70% comes in clutch. Arfu gonna stop the courier going down. Might even be able to chase Skim now as he's got a rotation in from the mid lane, out from Moon. This might be first blood to come out for the Ember as Moon is able to pick it up and Skim. Another great game here for Yopaj. And I feel like this is one of the heroes that really opened our eyes to how good this player was, right? Like, we used to watch this mid-snap come out constantly from OB Neon, as you mentioned, and we'll hold that thought, because Arfu top lane is going to drop, and now Roger is going to be chased down by FBZ and Tims, but a nice chance to block the way is mid one. Will try and chase down Tims, but is unable to keep up. One needs to be very cautious with that HP juggle, but he's going to be fine for now. In fact, mid lane is where the action's happening. Yopaj finding a solo pick-off onto Moon prior to that level 6 mark, just to give that vision over. And Raging, he hasn't backed off yet. Still very confident with that ulti up. And just the fact that he's so tanky, but now the snowball going to go in onto Skem as the charge is also there from Yopaj, and now a big Ravage out. Raging timing it perfectly. Japoy though still going to jump to the low ground, but Moon should be able to chase him down slowly but surely and eventually find this kill. As Yopaj, he will still keep trying to run, and Moon, well, he doesn't actually have enough. He's going to land on Moon, and the rotations are coming in. Yopaj has joined. In fact, they found the Spirit Breaker, so Arfu trying to find a way out, but the Hex again from Skem going to lock him down into the finger.
It's out right in time, goes up to the triangle. They are chasing FBZ now, though.
Yeah, they might have him. He's got no swash. He did have stick charges, but Perma Bash is there from Arfu, so a nice pickup for Moon. FBZ at the moment, but you definitely don't want to give that farm away to SMG if you can avoid it. So Jackie's going to come back in with the Mystic Snake. Hex is out already onto Arfu, into the Mortimer's Kisses, and that's your Spirit Breaker gone, as Jackie is literally just farming the Ancients right now. He's not even focusing heroes. Raging though, he'll go for the Ravage, and they found the Snapfire, but Yopaj is still alive, still running away. He's not down yet. In fact, a big Earth Spike Skem. He'll find two. Mid one, he drops first, and Raging, he probably does not make it out either, as somehow the Snapfire has completely juked out Moon.
So every single time, and SMG aren't finding anything even from these scraps they're being given. Yopaj though, being committed on.
He is. They're going to try and take down the Snapfire, but we've seen this before. Shard's block is there, however. Yopaj this time might be dead, and he is. Medusa and trying to deal with him, but he just pops the Stone Gaze back in onto the Spirit Breaker. The Ravage though will come out, but Arfu has already gone, and now with the Rolling Thunder they can really chase down the side of SMG, and it looks like they should at least have Raging Potato to boot. The Raging is going to try and buy a bit more time and a bit of counter initiation for his team. They're going to try again onto Skem. They'll take the Lion down, but they've lost Roger in mid one. He gets caught out, and he's going to drop. Tims with the arrow landing perfectly. With the cookie, Raging, he'll turn around, he'll cop the fire from Yopaj.
Cooldowns to wait for outside of Ravage. They can constantly force the issue here, but Jackie doesn't particularly care either. He's just running up here.
Well, they're going to try. Arfu to set up. Mid one is around, but can you actually deal with this guy? But Jackie just stands his ground. They're still throwing everything at him. Now with the Roller's Punch, he's out of mana, so Jackie's in big trouble. He's still trying to man-fight this one out. He's eventually surely going to die, and does. But what's it going to cost the side of SMG for this? They've lost Moon on the Ember. Raging's low as well. FBZ just controlling everybody up on the side of the Dire. But Arfu, he's back in with the charge. It's just not enough, though. Raging is still going to drop. Big chase on, though, from SMG as mid one and Moon will commit the remnants, but I think Yopaj is well and truly out of there, and now the turnaround might be upon us as FBZ. Rolling Thunder from the backside. Arrow is going to land Tims. He doesn't miss these arrows, John. He'll take down Moon, and Raging Potato, well, we've seen this before. He's going to try to run, and he does have the help around him, so they may not pursue any further, but they've also caught out Arfu. FBZ, blink in. He's got no Rolling Thunder, but he's opened up the floodgates. As the Ravage does fly out from Raging, they will get Tims, but it's a lot of damage in the Earth Spike. Catching out two again, but the Snowball, but no, the Cookie onto three heroes. Jackie, he will get right to work. Raging just about to drop, but somehow still moving out of there. But they do eventually get him.
That's the impressive part. They take in this new part of this machine with Jackie. It still works out well. SMG not willing to give this one up, though.
They've got to try and find it to the Stone Gaze and the Rolling Thunder as FBZ. He's found two
Oh my
targets
God.
again. Into the Mortimer's Kisses Moon. He wasn't in the snowball. He was out of range. They couldn't save him. He'll buy back and try to reinitiate, but his team's falling apart around him. 3 buybacks already from SMG as they jump back in on the Deucer. Jackie's falling low in terms of mana, but he does pop that Stone Gaze in Arfu. He was charging the wrong target. Arch here, but he does manage to blink away in time. And with the Eye of Skadi slow out from Jackie, it looks like it's going to be Roger's life to pay. They even keep trying to fight, but the arrow again onto Moon. Tim's is just not missing. Mid one waveformed in to try and help out, but now he's in trouble. He does at least get the stun off, but Yopaj is there, still strength morphing. Maybe he has a chance. He'll waveform the other way. Still the chase is on Tim's. He will not connect the Starfall, but the Scanner Blast is not going to connect either. The leap was there mid one. He's trying to make magic happen, but he loses the Aegis. Gonna take the bait. Jackie is baiting them in. Right now, as Rolling Thunder is going to be out. Oh, mid one, he rolled right into them. Arrow's not going to land on the Morphling, but it may not matter as they have the perma stun from FBZ. And the chase is on, just driving all over the place, finding out another hero. He'll get the Tide, and Raging could just not use this Ravage. Or maybe he can, a 4-man, in fact 5-man Ravage out. But do they have the follow-up? Do they really have the damage? It doesn't seem like it. Even with Moon around, he's just got no damage items at the moment.
Make it very punishable if you overcommit. As we said from the draft, like they can rip through the backline, but they can't afford to overcommit like that. Jack boys though.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder into Arthur, but you've got mid one charging in himself in this Morphling with the Ags up. Problem is, again, they are lacking that follow-up damage, even if they have these perma-stuns. Rolling Thunder is going to be stopped in its tracks as mid one does try to get started. A nice Nether Strike, but there's just kind of blast out on FBZ. He has used himself up and survived, but not for long. He does finally go down to Roger. Meanwhile, Moon, he jumped in, but I believe he got stunned up immediately. Moon, still alive. They're trying onto Timson. They'll get the Mirana down, but now mid one, he's been caught out again. He should be all right to get out, though. Jackie probably won't have enough on his own, but they do find Moon on the Ember. Yopaj again setting up for a triple kill, and here comes mid one, just trying to TP away, but it's going to be another kill.
Outpost up top. They might be able to find some freebies if they're not careful here.
Yopaj, he's got the shards up with the cookie follow-up, and they get him. Moon, he gets a DD room, but it's a very expensive route to pick up for him, as even Raging Potato has been caught. We'll have the Spiderlings to try and get away, but Yopaj is all over it. He knows the tricks.
Up on the Ember. Just the instant stunts are too much. And now mid one down bot, Mike.
Oh, he's not strength morphing, John. He does get it off in the end, but the Snowball is going to try and buy him a little bit more time to just waveform away. But look at this. They just chase him all the way down as Roger just gets completely ignored. FBZ still trying as there goes your Tusk. They'll keep the vision up with this Pango, but mid one surely should be able to get himself out of this. SMG still looking for a way in. We'll throw the shards out for vision. Meanwhile, Moon gonna blink his way in. Very aggressive play here from Moon, as he will pop the BKB, but he's trying to go after FBZ, who's perfectly fine right now. Maybe without the roll-up, though, he won't be, but no, he's still alive. Ravage is there. They are still trying onto this Pango, and they will eventually get him, but they've lost Roger for this, and now maybe Raging, as he does not get petrified up, but never mind, as an arrow does land onto Moon. He was just stunned up permanently. They get the Ember. They'll now 26k net worth advantage, and again, double life on Jackie. They're going to find out Tim's, but the arrow does land onto Moon already. Meanwhile, Raging has jumped in right into the center. As who are they aiming? They got Skem on that Lion, but now the Stone Gaze has been popped. Jackie, who are we aiming? He'll go after the Tide again, just wanting to get rid of that Ravage, as he does now pop it. Mid one, though, getting very low as well. They're just grouped up in that tree line, but they do take down the Tide, as mid one will charge back in onto FBZ, but he's gone too far. He has gone way too far, but he will waveform back towards the north and try to survive for another day. Meanwhile, the little Shredder, Yopaj just melts them. He completely melts the side of SMG, just turreting them down. They might even find Arfu. An ultra kill once again for the Snapfire. In fact, he's looking for the Rampage, John.
Too. They needed to force Boom up to the rack, so at least there's a little bit more leeway there. Now their Ancient's exposed.
That it is, and they found Raging. That'll be a dieback, and my goodness, that's a lot of damage mid one. Waveforms right into them. Moon's been hexed up. That's his life gone. It's mid one and Roger versus the world, but they call it GG. Boom Esports will be the victor of this best of 3 series. And I believe that puts them right through to the upper bracket final.
No! It does.
Right. Trinkets